know. We start with basketball first.
Yeah, we're actually footballs right now. That's it for basketball. First thing, the demise of the Raiders.
Well, I think Chris Peterson is watching, so...
Well, Chris, I don't know how you're not rocking a bottle of Jameson every night, because you and all you Raiders people, you deserve to be so upset with what that man did. He should be in prison. He should be in prison for robbing and destroying that franchise.
Yeah, well, I mean... He's making his team. That's exactly what he's doing. Gruden came in.
He doesn't even have a team.
I get it. He's completely dismantling a pretty good team. Like my buddy Chris says, you go from a playoff team to just miserable in a year. But he wants his team, and by God, he's gonna get it.
I've never seen anything like this. Like, maybe it's happened in the past before I started paying attention. But I will say this. In the modern era, this has never happened, where somebody takes literally a good franchise, better than Detroit, better than the Bucks, better than the Bills, better than probably, I can confidently say 75% of the league, and murder it, and ship out the players, and make it so the people who are still on the team want out. He said he was going to bring a new culture. He didn't say he was going to murder the culture and make it like Passion of the Christ. This is just ridiculous.
Chris says we're the Marlins.
Seriously. I mean, it started with me being angry, right?
Oh, I know.
At this point, it's like
You wouldn't
watching...
shut up about it.
How could you? I'm not even a Raiders fan, and I'm watching all this talent just go away, and Detroit's just sitting there just waving like idiots. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
Hey, maybe in like 2 years they'll be stacked again.
They won't. I'm telling you right now, they've ruined the franchise. They're going to move to Vegas. Nobody's going to go to a game in Vegas when there's 1,000 other better things to do with cheaper beer and you can win money. It's not going to work. Mm-hmm. But maybe that's their plan. They're so bad, they drive people out of the stadium and into the casinos.
Into the casinos?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's where they're going to hide out because their team's so horrible. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with I'll go Skip Bayless. Even a Skip Bayless analysis of what is happening to that franchise, and I got nothing. Nobody can explain it to me either. If you ask, I asked Chris, and Chris was like, I don't know. What do you say? It started with Mac, and it's not. Carr's gone. I'm telling you, Carr's not going to be there.
It's a dumpster fire right now in Oakland.
That is the best way to put it, and that's really depressing because I'm sure there's a ton of those happening in actual Oakland all the time. So it's super depressing. And if I was a Raiders fan, there's a clock to get a petition to get him fired. Did you see that?
Yeah.
There's someone made a website and you can donate money to get him fired. It's like the quest for $100 million so they can buy out the contract.
What do you do? Like if he gets fired, like no one's gonna hire him. Do you think he'd want to go back to like Monday Night Football where people can just harp on him?
He'd go right back. He would go back and he would replace who's that guy from Dallas that's horrible?
Jason Witten.
Yes. Witten has no wit, and he is one of the... Listen, he was a great football player. He is a horrible commentator. Like, he says things that are just... They got to get up the field to catch the ball, run up the field or something to get the touchdown.
Watching.
Oh, well, hello, producer. We'll get into the... No, we won't. The Bills are horrible. Anyway, can you just agree that Gruden's horrible?
Oh, he's horrible.
And his master plan will fail? Can we all agree on that?
Big dumb white boy.
I can't.
Well, let's just transition over to Trevor's team since he's here. I mean, Trevor, what do you have to complain about? If you could pick one thing to harp on your team right now, what would it be? Get back to us.
I can tell you what his answer should be, that the Super Bowl is not tomorrow. Because if it was, they'd be winning it. They are animals, and that team is stacked. And their acquisition of Dez, I'm telling you, is going to be amazing.
No, Dez, to me, in my opinion, is the equivalent of Carmelo. He's a team killer.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I think Dez is coming into such...
He's going to destroy the locker room.
I don't think so. Not with Breeze. If it was any other QB, I'd agree. But like, Dez wasn't gonna listen to Prescott. Who the hell is Prescott? And then the other little guy who looks like an Ewok. No one's gonna listen to him. He's a running back.
Oh, Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah. So I think Dez was in a very toxic environment, and there's no way Breeze is gonna stand there and let him do that. Breeze will sit him, and Breeze is pretty much the coach. I think it'll be good. But we're just gonna do we're gonna do some guesses on this week's. Carolina and Pittsburgh play tonight. I know my brother is excited about that. So who do you got winning?
I'm hoping Pittsburgh.
I think Pittsburgh wins it. Speaking of Pittsburgh, Le'Veon's supposed to be back next week.
Yep. He tweeted by Miami the other day because he had to be back by next week or he couldn't play.
Yeah, I guess this blows my mind. This is like the Steelers want him back. Like, do you understand how confusing that is to me? Because like that's the equivalent of like you're dating a girl, it's going great, and then that girl's like, all right, we're gonna break up for 12 weeks, and they take off, and then comes back, and it's like, all right, I want you to pay me, take me to dinner, smooze me, but only for 4 weeks, and then I'm getting the hell out of here. That's what's happening. In Pittsburgh's like the dumb boyfriend, like, come back, baby, come back to
But
me.
I don't think they're gonna play him the way.
Absolutely, they will. Everything I'm reading is like they want him back badly, and they will play him. What?
I don't know.
What? That's like, it's asinine. I can't get
Josh
over
says
it.
he hopes they make him sit.
They won't. I'm telling you, they won't. Pittsburgh is that dumb boyfriend who just can't accept that it's over. That's Pittsburgh. They still got belief. Maybe if you get them enough Dunkin' Donuts, they'll stay. I don't know. Detroit versus Chicago. Chicago all day. Detroit's. What did you say earlier? Dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
That's Detroit.
Bell will not start. That's what Trevor says.
I'm telling you, Bell's going to start. Or at least play. Maybe not start, but he's going to play. Detroit's horrible, and Patricia missed every learning tree branch on Belichick's tree because he's horrible. And no one can convince me otherwise. When he's out there,
Belichick literally gave him his playbook. I got it.
It's like he gave him the joke one. Like the coach from
Third down back at best.
Oh, you're crazy. That's just resentment talking. See, that's how the Steelers should be, but they're not. They're like, come back, baby. We'll make this work. I don't care if you cheat on me.
I'll wear fire and ice.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, they'll mix it up for you. What was I saying? Detroit, Patricia's horrible.
Come on.
Horrible. He's horrible.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. If I broke down, I'm not going to do it, but if I broke down the list of our starting talent, you'd say they should be 9-7. I know that's not great, but that's still what I would take. They're not going to be. They're going to be like 5-11. They can't win games. Patricia doesn't know how to coach. He's a defensive-minded coach. We're not a good defense. We have one good defensive player. There's no culture. He came in.
Oh, Slay.
Yeah, that's our best player by far. He's an amazing cornerback, but our offense should be
Wait till
scoring.
they trade him to Philly.
Oh my God! I say gut the team. Get rid of Stafford. Get rid of all of them. You know what? Give us Gruden. Let's take Gruden. He'll do it for us. He'll do the dirty work. Because with the talent we have, if we can't win like this, we're not going to win. We need to rebuild. And Patricia's not a rebuilder. It's just not. I'm obviously very sour.
No.
I will say, I think Mac's out for the Chicago game, so that's...
No, he's back.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
He's
he's
going to
back.
destroy us.
They,
Five straps.
Sunday they were saying that he's expected back this week.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to lose. All right, Cardinals versus Chiefs.
That's a stupid question.
Patrick Mahomes,
We don't even got to talk about that.
I think we can agree he's front running for MVP. Right?
Yeah, he has to be. The only other
Him
person
or-
behind him would be Breeze, in my opinion.
Yeah, would be Breeze and then maybe Gurley.
Eli Manning.
Don't say that name on this podcast. He's not a quarterback anymore. He's a water boy that wears a helmet. He's not a
My
QB.
sister's watching. Sorry, Steph.
Sorry, that's brutal. I would burn his stuff. Anyway, Patriots, Titans.
Patriots.
All day. Even if they didn't take the Titans seriously, the B squad could beat them. Saints versus Bengals. This, obviously, I think Saints are going to win.
Saints are going to win, but I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think.
I think so too.
Wait. Isn't AJ Green?
don't have. Yep, you're right. So never mind. It's gonna be a slaughter fest with obviously who is it? Who Dat? Who Dat Nation?
Yeah.
Who Dat Nation is gonna murder the Bengals.
If they had AJ Green, I'd say it might be a shootout, but without Dalton's number one receiver, really their only receiver, I mean,
Dalton versus Breeze shouldn't even be in the same sentence. It shouldn't be. Yeah, Saints are flying high. I mean, they just beat the best team in the NFL.
Which was a great game.
Great game. Falcons versus Browns. Browns. Falcons are going to win, but they're irrelevant. They missed their chance at a Super Bowl, in my opinion. It won't be long till Julio's gone.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Considering he just got his first touchdown of the year.
Here's the letdown of the year. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Colts.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Jacksonville.
The losers are the fans. Woo! That's who the losers are. There are no winners. Nobody wins that game.
That's okay. The more the Jags lose, the less I hear of Ramsey.
It's true.
Where's he been?
Very quiet. That's where he's been. Very, very quiet. But I guess I have the Jags winning.
This is a stupid question. The Geneseo High School.
Redskins versus Bucks. This could be it.
No.
It's a winnable game if you guys play.
It's
like
not
you
a winnable game.
You really don't. Well, the Reds 5-3. Of course, in the NFL and in the NFC.
Is that when he's supposed to be back?
Who?
Devontae Freeman will show up for the playoffs.
Yeah, but I don't know. Freeman had a good window too. I just think he's a little past his time.
Yeah, and by the way, Washington 52, Tampa 3.
Bleacher Report picked Tampa to win. Just so you
That's
know.
stupid.
All right,
me and you could go out there, just me and you. You cover deep, I cover in, and we could smoke them.
All right, Buffalo Trainwreck Bills versus the New York Jets. Just don't. Where are they playing? Does anyone know?
I think it's in New York,
in
the Jets Stadium.
I know that. What's his name? Darnold's not playing.
No,
he's out.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, here's a fun
Still
fact.
Peterman.
Is Aaron still listening?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Well, if Aaron was...
Oh, but we got Chris.
Yes.
Way to have faith in your team, Steve. Have you watched the highlights?
You're a Bills fan. You don't even get to say the word faith.
I love my team, Chris. I root for them every Sunday. You can ask this guy, but it's just until we do something about that secondary, they're going to lose.
See, we're cynics because we don't powerbomb people through tables.
Yeah. Like, our offense flying high. We have a really good offense. It's just, like I said, I'm pretty sure the Geneseo High School football team could go out there and light up the Tampa's secondary.
Do you want to hear a stat that's just the sexiest stat I've ever heard?
I know what it's about, so yes.
Buffalo has been outscored 103 points to 20 in the last 3 games. Ooh. Do you understand? That sounds like an NBA game against, like, paraplegics. That's ridiculous.
And I'm pretty sure it is Peterman still.
Yeah, and there's actually a petition being signed to force him to retire. It started in Buffalo.
Well, you can go back to YouTube throwing frisbees.
He was good at that. I looked those videos up. He was good at it. I would play some Frolf with him, man. Chargers versus Raiders. Raiders are going to lose because that's what Gruden does. I think Green Bay's got to be playing, right? Or
are they on their bye
week? It might be their bye week because they just went against the Pats and lost, which was a pretty good game.
It was a pretty good game, but I think the Saints and the Rams game was the highlight of the night.
I agree. But those are our picks. We'll see next week if we're right.
I think we're going to have at least a 90%
accuracy rate.
Yeah, I feel like there might be 1 or 2 games that are going to squeak in there, but I feel like we've hit everything perfectly.
This is gonna be my my Hail Mary.
Oh God.
Saints lose. That's my Hail Mary.
What?
Saints lose. You gotta make one Hail Mary. That if you really want to throw it far, you would say the Bills.
No, I got one. Here's my Hail Mary. Tampa and Detroit win.
Oh my God! If that happens, I'll start next week's podcast with 5 shots, right in a row. Rip them out. All right, we'll move on to some news and then WWE, and then that's it. Speaking of the Steelers, we talked about that earlier.
Open mouth, insert foot.
AB was cited for a 100-mile-per-hour ticket.
Saw that.
That's insane. Actually, it's not.
It's not insane.
I think.
Not 100.
I've gone 109 in my Beretta, which I could see the bottom of the road in that bitch. So, of course, I live life on the wild side. So.
I've gone I think the fastest I went in a car was like 120.
Don't you have a Dodge Dart?
It wasn't that car.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yours doesn't go over 60.
Oh, shut the hell up. When you're sitting in a ditch in the wintertime,
come
you
on.
ain't going over 1 because you stuck.
Low blow, man. Low blow. Here's something I want to talk about. Do you think McCarthy, obviously the coach,
Gonna get fired?
Do you think? Well, I don't think he's going to be fired. He should be. Well, obviously that's my side. Do you think he's the problem, or do you think they've just put too much on Rodgers' plate? Like he just doesn't have the talent.
I honestly 100% think it's literally Rodgers doesn't have enough talent.
I think so too. I think he's doing.
If McCarthy
everything.
wasn't good, like they almost every time make it to the playoffs every year. There's only been a handful of times they haven't. They just don't have the talent once they get into the playoffs to keep up with all the other teams.
I think it's McCarthy. I think it's the talent too, but I would say 80-20 McCarthy because he has enough with such a talented QB. I just feel like he should be able to do more. Like Brady said, which was controversial, if you put Rodgers in my place, he scores 7,000 yards a year. I think that's absolutely true.
You put Rodgers with Edelman and Gronk and Gordon. Can you name a wide receiver on the
God damn it. I didn't think of it like that. I thought of it like management-wise.
No. He's talking weapons.
Yeah, that's a good point. But still, either way, he's right. Either way, he's absolutely right. But leading into that, I think it's McCarthy. I think it's time for a coaching change. You only have Rodgers for so long. Don't make that mistake and miss that window. I just don't think McCarthy has a very good intelligence for offense. I think he's decent defensively, but he has no talent.
Just hire Gruden to run your offense.
Stop it. Stay away from the word Gruden should become a swear word. Like, you're a Gruden. Oh my God. How dare you? Like, that could be the new C word, Gruden. Like, if you called me a Gruden, I'd be like, that's it, we gotta fight.
Or like yelling, like, what are you, Gruden?
Yeah, what are you, a Gruden? Oh, that's it, we gotta go outside. Real quick, the last little bit of NFL I wanted to talk about, because I was talking with some people about this at work. It absolutely fascinates me. You brought this up, actually, and it literally has mentally scarred me and kept me up every night. Why isn't Drew Brees number 2 behind Tom Brady? Why does everyone bring up Rodgers? What has Rodgers done that puts him above Brady? Tell me.
Listen, I'm the one that brought it up to you, dude.
That's my point, dude, is you literally can't develop it. You can't use... We know why Brady's GOAT, right? He has all the rings. He's amazing. He's done everything. He was a 6th-round pick. The list goes on. He's solidified number 1. Anyone who argues differently is a Bills fan, drunk, or an idiot, or all three. But Breeze, why isn't he number 2? He has, of 9 seasons, total 9 seasons in the NFL, of those people who have thrown 5,000 yards, he has 5 of those seasons.
And he's got as many Super Bowl rings as Rodgers.
It just, with less talent. I mean, really, he won with Reggie Bush. Remember that guy?
Was he on the team when they won the Super Bowl?
Yeah. He won with Reggie Bush, the guy who sued the Rams Stadium because he tripped and fell. That guy. He won a Super Bowl with that guy. And you're telling me he's not number 2? It literally flabbergasted me. I know Rodgers is absolutely incredible. Talent-wise, Rodgers has it. But being in that conversation is not about talent.
No, I agree. Breeze needs to be at least argued the second best player in the league. Has to be.
Has to. And it's almost like he's like the redheaded stepchild that like QBs refuse to talk about. I don't get it. I truly don't.
I love Breeze, and I know a lot of people hate me saying that because he's a Saint. He's in my division.
I love Rodgers. He's murdered the Lions my entire life.
I absolutely love Drew Brees, and I'm telling you right now, when that man retires, goes into the Hall of Fame, I would totally get his jersey. I would totally get something of his in the Hall of Fame because he is probably my favorite QB in the league right now. Over Brady's, over Rodgers. Drew Brees is just one of the you never see him in the news or anything bad. He's never trash talking.
Stand up dad or stand up dad, stand up husband.
He's an all around a great guy, and I love the guy. I mean, yeah, do I love him on Sundays when he plays the Bucks and he tortures us? I mean, granted, one of our wins is the same, but
that's something to
right?
hang your hat on. You need to keep that all season.
But I love Drew Brees. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks, and he will.
I'm dying for someone to argue against me. Now, I have Brees number 2 now, and I'm not changing that because I never sat back. Everyone talked about Brees like he's this fantasy master. It blew my mind. It really did. Everyone, because I saw him, oh yeah, get him in fantasy. I never thought about the fact that this dude puts up insane numbers with very low-level talent, with a coach that's kind of outdated, and he went through all the bullshit from whatever it was, the injury gate, from Katrina, there's so many things he pushed through, and he never left the franchise, stayed consistent, put up insane numbers.
Always puts up insane numbers.
He's number 2.
Yep.
Until I'm begging someone to come up with an argument otherwise. I can't. I just can't. I have Rodgers 3, and then Roethlisberger 4, but Mahomes is not there yet. He's not top 5.
Fitzmagic 5.
I'll put it 5 because he's amazing. Did you see? He was
the sunglasses.
Yeah, he goes to practice with aviators on, man.
Under his helmet.
I just absolutely love that he does. I love Fitzmagic. I would totally go to a bar and hang out with him. Totally. Like, I don't care if he couldn't throw me a beer without it getting intercepted. I'm fine with that. All right, so we'll hop into a little WWE.
Yep.